Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, we talked about the brilliance of Trent Alexander-Arnold. I'd said in the build-up to this case, I thought it was a massive game for Chamberlain because he was so good against City in the league. He scored that goal and it was injury issues notwithstanding, it was a big shout to give him the nod again. And for a lad who's, when he's been good, he's been very good for us, but I don't think we've seen a consistent level for him. I thought this was a perfect window of opportunity for him to say, no, I'm not a squad rotation player. I am good enough. This is me at my best. I can go and show that that wasn't a one-off. This is what I can do, and this is what I can bring to the field. And he did.
And he stood up and he did it exactly, mate. And I think it was 6 of 8 successful dribbles on the night. But the way that the midfield shaped up, and listen, I'm going to single out Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, but the other two were maybe even better than him. Because they gave him a platform to go and do his job for the team. And his job for the team was pick the ball up and drive through the middle of the park, ask questions of Fernandinho and Gundogan when he was tucked inside and stuff. And he did that every single time. He's one of those players for me where when he's slightly off balance, when he's stretching for it, he gets better. Yeah. And like when the other guy commits to a challenge, he sort of wriggles his way through and drives between the lines and is able to move from midfield and transition from midfield into attack. And like he's on point and he's brave, he's dynamic when he gets the ball like that. And we don't have another midfielder in our squad that does that. Yeah. There is nobody, so it had to be him. Yeah. And he had to perform because there was no one else to do it. Not a lot of pressure.
It's interesting because obviously Gini comes on toward the end of the game, and Gini Wijnaldum's got a touch of that because he's got great ball control and he's got great strength and he can bring the ball forward and pass people. But Chamberlain does it at pace, and he's got that wonderful. You're right. It's like edge of your seat. He plays at the edge of his ability as well, where he's just getting toes past people and
slaloming through gaps.
And if he either gets past someone and you get dead excited, or he gets brought down, he draws a foul, and you've got a free kick in a dangerous area around the box. It's when it works, exactly what you're saying there. It's a massive difference. It makes a massive difference.
We're not slow passing it through the midfield. Ultimately, we want to be a counter-attacking side. We want to break on them quickly. And Oxlade-Chamberlain's the quickest way to go from midfield to attack. Yeah. And then he'll look for a pass. And Gini Wijnaldum did it last night. He had 4 successful dribbles out of 4. But the problem was for Gini is he was 15, 20 yards deep in the second half, whereas Oxlade-Chamberlain wasn't hindered by his positioning on the field because of the way that City were just piling on the pressure and stuff.
I think there's 2 factors that kind of changed the game a little bit, Adam, is that I think the second half, I think City upped the intensity. They kind of had to some extent, and us losing Mo Salah makes a massive difference. But having to put Oxlade-Chamberlain into Salah's position, where he's not as good, but I think we lost something from the midfield for not having him in there.
We absolutely did. Again, he was he's very dynamic, isn't he? And he's clearly wanted to play that position for a very, very, very long time. He is still getting used to it, and his awareness at times is like he's still on the wing. Like he'll turn, and there's 3 players there because there's not normally anyone there because he's normally against the touchline, and that'll obviously improve the more he plays that position. But you can't take anything away from what he did last night. He's turning Vincent Kompany. Do you know what I mean?
This is a moment I was going to mention. He literally, basically, just pulled Vincent Kompany's pants down.
He just ran around
and then ran around him like it was absolutely incredible. It was like a bit of the Incredibles, you know, where Dash puts a tack on the teacher's chair. It was like watching that happen. It was. He comes up against him and you think Kompany's so good. He's such a good defender and he should handle it. And that was the telling thing for me, Ross, is that it was those moments in the game where you realise that Chamberlain's we're not getting lucky with this. This is not like Vladimir Smicha. I mean, and all the credit to him, scores a goal in the European Cup final, but we've had so many players who play attacking midfielders who flatter to deceive, and you get good moments out of them, you get good games and good goals and what have you. But that performance, when you come up against world class and you are better than them, they're the performances where you go, oh, hello, we've got a real player here.
Yeah, I think that's like what Adam was saying. He's been wanting to do that for so long. He's been held back. So now he's just trying to express himself of what he's capable of doing and what he can do. But then again, like, if you've got Salah, Bobby and Mane up front, and you've got someone else running at your defence that are already occupied by them 3, he's got the freedom, and he's got the freedom of Milner and Henderson going, we'll protect you. You just go and do what you
Someone's got to make a decision.
Yeah.
Who goes to him? Because if he's broken past the defensive midfielder, and you're right, our 3 forwards are occupying, let's say, obviously our back 4 or whatever. Someone's got to make the decision who comes out and closes him. This is what happened with the Newcastle game to some extent, is that, unless a defence goes and just falls to pieces, and then all of a sudden you've got someone like a Mo Salah completely unmarked or what have you. But what we've seen in both of those City games, and it's a testament to his quality, and these are the things, Chris, this is what people hang their hats on when they're judging footballers, is goals. Yeah. And some of the players who maybe haven't won the Liverpool fans over quite as much, it's probably because they have, like Gini Wijnaldum, Jordan Henderson, etc., don't score enough. That goal, and not just the strike, because the strike is phenomenal, the touch. James Milner basically cannons it at him.
Yep.
That touch is... Like I don't possess the word.
He's got touch, mate. Perry Edwards is a lucky girl.
I think his second...
She probably came just from that touch. You know what I mean? That's how good it is. That's how gifted he is as a footballer. Like he
knew that with his feet. Imagine his fingers.
Escalated quickly.
Oh my God! Yeah, he. I bet he can wipe it. I bet he can wipe his ass with one piece of toilet paper. That's all I'm saying. That's how gifted a touch he's got. Like, ridiculous.
Absolutely, Paul. Obviously it comes. Let's just go back to James Milner first and foremost. The incredible cannon pass tackle. Are we calling it? He just basically runs through and goes, "Have it, have that," and then Alex Oxlade goes, bang, straight in the top bin. You're like, oh my days, are you kidding me? I was calling for the free kick. I was like, pull it back, you prick, referee. And all that. And then wait, let's go for it.
There was just something about it that it was, I love goals like that. I love the fact that there's a real situation there.
Sorry, Tom.
We've just killed Tom's ears. There's a real situation there, Adam, where he could have dribbled and he could have taken. And we've seen plenty of things where there's a point where our play is very, and knock it sideways, and we build up and we'll look to make things happen. And that touch is so good, and he just winds up and he just goes, nah, forget it, I'm just cracking this one. And Ederson has got zero chance of saving that.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
I think the second touch is as good, if not better, than his first.
I mean, that's not true, because the first touch is hit at him at 100 miles an hour, and he manages to control it dead in front of him. It's a good touch. I agree. I'm all for a bit of hyperbole, mate. But the second touch is not as good as the first touch. It's a good touch.
Give the man a chance.
Well, I'm going to disagree with you, Paul, okay? I've actually measured the exact distance, and it was so that he could hit it and no one could get near it. Yeah. It's like a mathematical genius. Yeah, so you're wrong, mate. You bang out of order there.
They were two good touches. Actually, the third's
the best. I'm having the third is the best touch.
Yeah, the third touch wasn't bad either, the one that goes right in the top corner, yeah.
Absolutely.
But I think that second touch, yeah, based on the mathematics and the angles that I've spent all morning doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I wondered why you had that protractor in your back pocket. And the compass in your front pocket, so you was pleased to see us. No, great.
Lampard said that at half-time, like, that was Gerrard's corner in Champions League nights for years. It was, I'm going to twat this, and it's going in there, and no one is doing anything about it.
I think the Gerrard things are great. I hadn't seen that coverage, but it reminded me, it was Gerrard-esque, Ross, and having that. That's the difference, because we mention it. Like, Adam Lallana's such a gifted footballer. I think Gini Wijnaldum's really gifted. He doesn't get enough credit for how good he is at footy. But just having someone who can do that, and that's two pivotal goals he scored against Man City now from similar sort of areas. Not quite the same, of course, but having someone who can just drive through, who's there or thereabouts on the edge of the box, who can smack it into the bottom or top or middle, whatever, past the goalkeeper, is a massive weapon in our arsenal.
I think we've actually been quite lucky with the players that we've had, because Alonso was there at the same time. He was quite capable of doing it, so we had two players that could do it, and we haven't had anyone.
Xavi would have tried to side foot curl it.
Or lob it.
So would Stevie in later years.
But to have someone that can do that, but the thing for me was it was even better because no one expected it. No one expected us to be 2-0 up with the occasion and the build-up and stuff. And it's like, so if it was 2-0 up, we were going, oh, fuck off. But so early on, everything just added all together, just to make
we
euphoria.
We work so hard for our goals at times, and that's what was so refreshing about that. And that was what was like just shocking. I was stunned, absolutely stunned when that went in, because, like you say, you expected to go back for a free kick, or you expected to turn it and square it over to Trent, because that's how our play was built. For him to just turn around and go, nah, you're all right, I'm just going to get the goal.
On the XG, there was a 3% chance of him scoring from that range with a shot, with those amount of defenders in front and the goalkeeper, and, you know...
Edison didn't move. He wasn't expecting it.
Well, he slid celebrating. He celebrated the goal because he knew it was that good.
I woke my missus up because she'd gone to bed by the time I was watching it. So he hit it. And the commentator, by the way, if you watch the BC coverage, he says he can hit one after it's hit the net. That's how much of a surprise it was to the commentator. He goes to Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, he shoots it, goes in, he goes, he can hit one, he has hit one, it's going! And I went, fuck off, but like dead loud. Just totally took me by surprise. She just opened the door and I'm trying to sleep. I'm sorry, do you want to see what's just happened?
My wife said something similar to me last night, and I wasn't watching the game. I was keeping in the bedroom.
Not quite an Oxlade-Chamberlain such. Like,
yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting him to hit it or for it to just... Yeah.
Just needs an Alan Partridge commentary on top of it, doesn't it?
Twat! Fought like a traction engine. Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Obviously, caveat it all with, we need to see more and more consistency from him in that regard. I hope he's allowed more to do it. And
5 goals, 5 assists this season, involved in 10. In his best season was last year for Arsenal, where he was involved in 11. But if you look at the minutes, he's doing a goal or an assist every 156 minutes from centre mid. That's an improvement, and he's improved from last year, and he'll continue to improve in this Liverpool side.
Also, let's remember as well, like, I think Klopp's very carefully building almost 2 sides. Like, the front three. Yeah. But he knows we're going to play teams like City, where we can play, and teams like Palace, who are going to sit in banks. Yeah. And Oxlade-Chamberlain is never going to be our best option in them games, because he hasn't got the space to burst dynamically. But against teams like City, he's going to be the first name on the team sheet a lot of the time, apart from obviously the front three, who are always going to be the front three.
So the fourth name on the team sheet.
The fourth one, yeah.
Keeps people guessing as well, because he's going to lob him in from 30, 40 yards. Again, defenders do a standoff, they'll go to him, he's going to go fucking round me. Or has he got 3 options in front of him he's going to do? It's just...
Yeah, I think all the credit to him, and I had a little fear going into that game. Like I say, I think there've been question marks over his confidence. I don't think his desire is an issue. I don't think his ability is an issue. But I just think he's been worn down at Arsenal for so many years. They've broken him a little bit, and that's to do with the coaching. That's to do with, I think, the fan base as well getting on his back. The reaction from somebody you've seen. We spoke to some of the Arsenal fan TV lads about it. And they just didn't have very many nice things to say about him.
Was that when he was playing at right wing back for them?
Well, exactly. Yeah, and you know, and we're obviously similar to what we've kind of done with Trent, albeit with an older player, of course, and a few players. To be fair, we've had to manage his mentality, you know, throughout this season, and I think, again, that for a lad to be able to put in a performance like that, that's what we should be looking at. We shouldn't be too distressed when he doesn't have a great game. You should be able to look at that and go, what we're very good at doing under Jurgen Klopp is taking the good stuff that a player does or a team does and blowing it up and getting and expanding that out and making that more all-encompassing of their performances. So yeah, fantastic from Oxlade-Chamberlain. If you agree, let us know and what your thoughts are on his performance and how much better do you think he can get as well.